The final Season 7 launches tomorrow bright and early in the States at 6 a.m. Eastern and noon in Central Europe, bringing along another new action-packed season of content, changes, and more. So, what's it like? So, I think one of the first things we gotta mention is whoever does the music with Embark in the finals, they need a raise, right? Like, I can't be the only one that thinks that. I love coming back to this game. I've been trying to juggle more and more games to upload more variety over the last month to honestly like 2 years or so here on the channel that I don't get to grind as many like seasons of content for games that I'd like to, just in an effort of like consciously trying to try every game out there at the time. But every single time that I come back to the finals, it always still feels so fresh, so fun to me that every time there's a new major update, I am stoked to come back to it. Narratively, this season, the sponsors kind of set up the rest of the gameplay content you'll see throughout the season. You have Via and CNS returning. Via is the arena's first and last line of digital defense, as it's detailed, a cybersecurity titan that has decades of experience securing the virtual world with elite firewalls, neural implants, and a zero-tolerance policy to compromises. Whereas CNS, you probably remember them from earlier seasons, they're the rogue collective fighting to implant their own vision for the game show and threatening to expose Multico and every truth the arena tries to bury. They've hijacked broadcasts, corrupted systems, and left their mark on everything they touch. So for me, I think it's a cool little dichotomy of the two sponsors coming into full effect, and you see that explicitly in the new map, Nozomi Citadel, a split design arena for players to battle it out in. Taking heavy inspiration from Tokyo, it said, the map is split right down the center. On one side, you'll have Via's headquarters designed for a more close quarters combat, clean, sterile, surgical, and like brutalist approach. And on the other side, you have a somewhat overgrown neon landscape that offers a bit more unique ways to get around the map and to traverse the lanes and lines of sight. No matter the mode, you'll end up having a few different ways to approach each engagement. Now, gameplay items you have with Season 7, let's talk about those. Each class is getting their own new gadget to play around with if you choose to use them. Honestly, all are actually very beneficial if you choose to use them. The light has the H+ infuser, which is friendly fire essentially. It's a health gun where precision matters, gratitude is optional. Just be sure to aim well. Your medium class comes along with a breach drill, which allows you to breach and explode through walls. And the really beneficial part is the fact that it ends up leaving a flashbang on the other side when that breach does happen. So not only do you get to make your own way from point A to point B, breaching through a wall, but if anybody's on the other side of that, well, then it spells trouble for them. And the heavy has the healing emitter, where this is something that's a large ball you can end up taking around that will, in a certain radius, heal your team if they are around it. Super beneficial. The practice range ends up having new challenges with it, where if you noticed a door in the practice range in Season 6, this is now opened up, where you can choose to step through it and go for a couple of different sets of trials to sharpen aim, test loadouts, and push skills against reactive dummies. You can go in solo or with your squad, and I did find in their patch notes it was pretty funny that it said, don't set it too high or you might find out the real dummy was you all along. And I'm like, thanks, Embark. I already knew that, but you didn't have to tell me. But in their sort of developer behind the scenes, they noted this is the first step in getting on their way to full-on bot matches and more guided onboarding processes for players that just want to mess around with the game and kind of learn the ropes before jumping in. Personally, I like the sound of that because that means I should be able to go in and get some screenshots for videos and stuff when we make these types of things on any map that I want, instead of needing, I think it's like 9 players to start at the lowest for a private match. You have a new battle pass with Season 7, where this is something that comes along with all new tiers of content and everything that matches the thematic Via versus CNS theme. Some really cool stuff here with that. One of the big key points, though, of the battle passes this season are the legacy battle passes. These are returning in a sort of staggered manner. You're about 3 seasons behind, so you have Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 to play around with, 5 coming next season, 6 coming in Season 9. These will not contain multi-bucks or bonus pages, so for those that owned those in the past, you still have those sort of things as exclusive rewards. For those who did also own them in the past, but maybe didn't complete them, you can end up also completing these kind of like back-earning things, picking up where you left off. Now, one thing that was a bit of a controversy within the community of the finals is the Ultimate Battle Pass, which is essentially think Black Cell for Call of Duty, but for the finals now at this point. This is going to cost a little extra, and it's going to end up giving you variations of skins while giving a little bit of extra XP boost and other things like that. But it does cost more and kind of pushes the boundaries a little bit on what people are a little comfortable with in paying for this battle pass. So just bear that in mind. That was also introduced. We saw additional things like the Rise and Recruit program, which is a way to invite your friends that may be new to play the game. You both can earn gear and rewards that way. There's an esports tab coming for their build towards the upcoming major. Console chat was added. This was a thing on PC, but now is fully accessible on consoles as well. So definitely nice to see there, a way to communicate a little further with your team or lobby. There are additional cosmetic changes where there's a new mythic tier. This is a new highest tier reserved for the most, as they said, outrageous, high effort, and standout items in the game. Also, you'll end up having new personal player numbers and signature stickers to slap on any of your cosmetics. But that's all well and fine and dandy and everything like that, but how does Season 7 actually play? Is it any good? Well, like I said earlier, I love this game's feel and whole vibe. I don't grind it out like I wish I had the time to do, but there's quite literally not a time that I don't have fun with the gameplay. Generally, I think that's one of the best, if not the best shooter on the market at the moment, and it's free to play, which is incredible. And this isn't even me like sponsored or saying anything like this. This video is not brought to you by Embark. This video is not brought to you by the finals team. This is just me having fun with the game and enjoying what we have with this new season, which I'd like to do more of here in the future. Even when I was getting absolutely crushed in today's early preview event, where there were indeed some really good players who are awesome. Like, this is the preview event where a lot of the finals community was brought in and everything like that, where it was good players. Gonna be the wildest shout out, but apologies to my one teammate, Arc Raiders Gooner. He knew the channel. He tried to chat with me. I didn't have game chat on at the point, but I absolutely folded under the pressure, and it was my worst game of the day. So let my team down at all, but even then, we're still having a blast. I really did enjoy the new map. I think the dichotomy of the clean, brutalist aesthetic paired with an overgrowth of foliage and a neon light was a really cool look for how you can establish the sort of art direction with that. And not to mention going right down the center of that split was kind of trippy. The new gadgets are, I think, must-use items. I found that Heavy's healing emitter is insane for objective points. Like holding a cash-out location or the platform and power shift, you'll just have constant heals for that thing. The breaching drill, I think, is great in tight quarters, and I think honestly shines exceptionally well in cash out, where you want to make an impact on those cash out stations. Now, the H+ infuser was one of those ones that I just used a little lesser of today because I was getting shredded with the lower health of light, so I switched to medium and sometimes heavy, but it's still super useful if you've got a team and you can all play your roles. Ultimately, I think that if you're looking for a good shooter, you haven't played this either at all or in a while, jump on. I genuinely think that Embark might be one of my favorite studios as of late with this and with Arc Raiders, that this game does so much well. I definitely think it deserves to play at least a little bit, to check it out at the very least. It's a fun shooter that breaks the mold a bit, so if you're looking for that, this is it. I'd highly recommend. And like I said, trying to do content on so many different games, so many different shooters here as the last couple of months, trying to basically try anything after a decade of solely uploading just COD, it is hard to find that time to grind out a given season of any game that I enjoy, being that I'm jumping from one to the next. But honestly, I think I might have to give this one a go again this season. It's been a blast so far, and I'm looking forward to the future. But just want to share with you guys here the new content with Season 7 of the finals, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it as well. So let me know your thoughts down below. Have you guys played the finals at all recently? Are you looking forward to? Does this make you want to jump on? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you guys enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so almost a single thing regarding all things the finals and other FPS content I'd love to have in the community. Also, if you guys want to tune in over on Twitch, we're going to be getting back into the swing of things here, streaming a lot more, doing a lot of like content and streaming both at the same time. So I'd love to see you guys out there as well. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine's been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.